the three levels that we are able to help out here. You see, the first level is to support the sisters in their essential ministry, which is our first priority. We want to help the elderly poor, these children who are coming into catechesis that the sisters are helping to provide meals for. We want to cover that need. And you can see that $100 is a whole week of meals for a child. For $500, you can take care of a child for an entire month, which is not just their meals, but also their education, the vital support that they need. The second level, which we're trying to get into tonight, is what we talked about with the water purification systems. This is one of the innovative things that the sisters have been doing, realizing that if you don't have health, everything else falls apart. And the basis of good health is good, clean drinking water. The sisters have found a way to install a water purification system which works for an entire village for $5,000. That includes the equipment, the installation, and the maintenance in the years that are ahead. So for $5,000, we can put in a whole nother installation system. So however much we raise, that's how many systems we can put in. And last but not least is the highest level, and this is where the sisters won't talk about. If you've noticed, they're all about serving others, taking care of these children, taking care of the elderly, so many beautiful things that they're doing. And I'll share just one brief story. On the last day that I was outside of Hanoi in Bac Ninh, the sisters took me to the home for the unwed mothers. And there was a little boy who had just been operated on for club feet. So his feet were in bandages. He was about 6 months old. So his feet were in bandages, and he'd been born with a birth defect where he didn't have a left hand. And this little boy had been abandoned 2 days before by his mother. His mother had been in the house for the unwed mothers, but she just couldn't handle it anymore, and she up and left. And the sisters were holding on to that little boy with such a tenderness and a love that I saw the love of Jesus in their eyes. I saw a heart that was nourished in prayer every day, because I was with the sisters living in their convent. They wake up at 4:30 every morning to get up early, to get into the chapel. They're in the chapel in their habit, praying and singing to God, being strengthened for the day of service and love. And that's the beautiful work that they're doing. But they won't talk about their own needs. So I want to talk on their behalf, because they don't have what they need to live a dignified life. Their dormitory, there were some pictures up here, but their dormitory is these beds jammed together because they have no space. They're sleeping on bamboo mats, no mattresses, no air conditioning, and sometimes they'll get up to 110 degrees. They have fans but no AC. And so I would love us to be able to help the sisters, and the convents of sisters that are represented here. Both of them need to finish building their new convents that will open up new possibilities. Oftentimes it's hard to find a project to give to that you know it's really doing good, that is really going to make an impact. Well, I can tell you, if we help these sisters, it is going to make an impact. They have real needs for themselves too, and we want to take care of them. You know, many of you are connected in some way with the Lumen Institute. As chaplain for the Lumen Institute, I constantly remind our members that we're called to bring the light of Christ into the world. And this is a very tangible way to do that, because these sisters, they are bringing the love of Jesus to so many people. And we can be part of their beautiful work, of hearing that cry of the poor that Rachel talked about, of bringing Christ's love to so many other people. I guess my dream that I was sharing with Philip this morning as we were driving, I said, Philip, I would love to see our Lumen chapter in Atlanta be able to point to this convent in Vietnam and say, we built that. We helped make that happen. And that's what I would love to see tonight.